Barbara McManus, how long have you been painting at the Vic Arts Society?
Since the early 80s, I would say 1982 or thereabouts.
And this Friday group that we're now in here, this is something really special. Tell us about that group.
It's very special to me. Circumstances meant that I couldn't come in on a Friday, and so as soon as I knew I could, I came in with bells on. I've been here now for about 3 years, I think.
So do you think the atmosphere of being in a room where people like Street and Roberts and painters, I mean, there's been thousands of artists that have painted in this room, really adds to the whole thing?
You do feel that, well, I feel that anyway, and I'd hate to see the studio smartened up anymore. I think it's perfect as it is. It's a working studio.
Well, we don't know where Tom Roberts wiped his brush and all of that, so we really need to keep that.
It's all history.
I think that'll be preserved. I don't think that'll be smartened up too much.
I hope so.
Yes. Barbara, the idea of actually coming and painting, I've just been in the class a couple of times, but as soon as the bell goes for the model, the silence is deafening. I mean, it's
total
what's
concentration.
That all about? It's just the concentration of all the artists?
Yes, because you know that the model only has a certain amount of time to stand, so you're not going to waste time chatting. And it's just, it's electric. I think I can put it that way. The atmosphere is electric.
And the work itself is just terrific. I mean, you have a look right across the board.
Yeah.
It's just great.
And very different. Everybody sees things differently. It's very individual.
So the issue being with a room like this and the group like this, it really is at the heart of where artists are.
It really is. I feel privileged to be part of this group.
And do you think that people from the outside, when they see the paintings, they probably don't really get a full grasp of this, but they are now that you're going to be doing this video?
Well, thanks to you. I think so.
Not so much thanks to
the word
me.
is getting out, yes.
Yeah. What would you say to people who have been thinking about, maybe I could do a bit of art? You know, people just think they could, and then they say, "Oh, it'll be too hard," and how do I get started? What's your advice to those sorts of people?
Well, my advice is never think too far to the end of your work. Just start and let it happen. And it's not always going to be a success. You know that when you start. I mean, we all have draw loads of stuff, I'm sure, but just do it. You know, it's so therapeutic as well as anything else. And like I say, you forget yourself when you forget your troubles when you.
Well, of course, when you go to painting, I mean, we all learn to draw when we're children. You never lose that life skill.
No.
So everyone draws,
Yes.
either doodling or mucking around, sketching a bit here and there.
Yes.
But then when you start to get into the painting part of it, it's another step up, isn't it? You've got a different sort of mix of materials to use, different qualities.
Yes, you're right there. You've got it in one.
And but learning and doing that, how have you found that sort of, when you first started?
Yes, well, it's observation, really, as much as anything. And I've got to say, I think the Meldrum method was the most simply sorted out, process of comparison. You know, is it lighter, is it darker, is it warmer, is it cooler, you know.
Being an old art teacher,
Yes.
I've taught that.
Yeah, but really basic. It is basic, isn't it? And from there on, it's your own personality that you're putting into the work.
And people sometimes think as they've got older and retired, etc. Is this a time when they should be looking around at doing something creative?
Of course. What else are they going to do? No, it is wonderful, and I have another class that I run, and really everyone enjoys it so much, and talk about their problems when you're having a coffee, and then back to the work. It's fabulous.
So it's paint a shed or something like that, is it? People
yes.
talk, and there's
They
a whole
Yes.
social meaning to the class, not just the works.
Well, that's true, and sometimes they don't come back for a while, and they're going to work at home. Right. And I meet them and I say, how are you getting on? Haven't touched it. So really you need to be, I think, in a group perhaps,
Constant.
not all the time, but,
Yep.
yes, so that you know that's your time to be doing your painting.
Now, if I come back here in, say, 20 years, will you be here painting?
You'll have to ask somebody else. I'll be 100. Well,
That's
I will. I will.
You'll be
'cause
120 years.
I turn 80 in December.
Oh,
so,
that's...
So I'll be 100.
So you are telling me now, Barbara, that this painting is basically the fountain of youth. Then everyone here looks so young. Is that what this is all about?
Of course, most of the people that I teach look youthful
because
they're enthusiastic.
Okay, I don't know. Once this gets on the video, we might have hundreds of people coming.
Oh heavens! I forgot you were doing that.
Thank you very much, Barbara, for a great insight into the Friday group and a lovely talk from an artist's point of view.
Thank you. Thank you for being interested.